What's going on, guys? You're watching Type of Dudes. I'm DT. With me, as always, say it, Joe.
It's me, Joe.
Say it, Holly.
Hollywood.
Okay. We reacted to another video from the same person. It was top 10 most hated songs of the 1980s. We didn't really agree with that list. I don't know if you guys watched it already, but now we are watching, for the hell of it, another video, same dude, most hated songs from the 70s. And we're going to see...
1870s.
The 1870s.
Not the 1870s, the 1970s, in fact. And maybe this list will be better than his last list from the 80s. We're going to find out just because we're curious. Any objections?
No.
We actually want to see what this guy's
I
list.
love to hate. Let's go.
You can hate on his list.
Just morbid curiosity. We want to see what he put together on this video. Fire away, Joe.
A truly great song is timeless. Sinatra's New York, New York.
New York, New York.
And the Beatles' Hey Jude.
Hey Jude.
Are still played today and sound every bit as magical as when they were first released. The reverse is also true for terrible songs. It's very easy to tell which decade an awful song came out, as they often represent the worst musical trends of the time. Be it silly, hippie, psychedelic rock from the 60s, or some bad 80s synth pop.
At least he's explaining his
Terrible
criteria.
songs definitely belong to a certain era, and probably should stay there. And what decade had what I'd argue are some of the worst songs of all? That's right, the 1970s.
70s, of course.
I'm Nostalgic Nick for Do You Remember? And today we're looking back at some of the horrendous songs released in the grooviest of decades. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for even more content.
All right,
and
let's
tell
see
us in
it.
the comments what song you could not stand from this otherwise fantastic musical
Let's see if we know
decade.
any of these.
But now, on to the good stuff. Or should I say bad stuff? Muskrat Love. Captain Antonio.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a classic.
Animal imagery is used all the
How
time.
do you know
in
that
pop
song and I
music,
don't?
And it's
From Will and
generally
Grace.
understood that the artists are using metaphors.
Oh, damn.
For instance,
Wow.
the song Bat Out of Hell isn't about a literal bat flying out of literal hell.
But he
for
knows what
Muskrat
he's doing.
Love,
Yeah.
a hit for Captain and Tennille in 1976, those assumptions would be very wrong. Because Muskrat Love actually is about two
This is a
rodents
crazy
falling
song.
How do
in
you
love.
think of this?
Containing the lines nibbling on bacon,
Drugs.
chewing on cheese,
Yeah.
and muzzle to muzzle now, anything goes as they wriggle.
Cartwheeling
Like
muskrats.
she took time to write out this
is a
song with this
bizarre
idea.
juxtaposition of a super sappy song and furry subject matter.
think
But
she
wait,
was
Nick,
under the
you
influence.
said
Yeah.
muskrat
There's no
is a
other
very
explanation.
romantic animal. Nope. Think of a beaver crossed with a rat.
And of
As
all
the
creatures,
tail of a
muskrat.
possum.
Doesn't it just make you think like
Why
love
muskrats?
song?
A silly footnote in musical history that should be kept firmly
That's why
locked
Of
in the
all the
70s.
creatures to
But she
choose
They're the
from.
number one most
High note.
romantic
Morris Albert.
animals.
Never heard of this.
Specificity is very important in songwriting. It forges a deeper connection
Whoa,
with the
right on the
audience
spot.
as they peer into the songwriter's soul. Unfortunately, for 1975's hit
Like,
Feelings,
my music
singer Morris
doesn't make me
Albert
feel
is
like
about
that.
as vague as he can be. Out of every possible adjective in the English
Maybe your
language,
chakras
the
are
word Albert uses to describe what
I
he's
should make a list
feeling
on this.
is
Feelings.
drum roll, please.
Feelings, Holly.
Feelings. And here I quote, "Feelings for all my life, I'll feel them." Wow.
Maybe I have
Albert
heard
drones on
That's
the
pretty
show
bad.
about his
It's-
supposed feelings.
I think
but
I've
never
heard that
comes out
around
and
the
says
internet.
You
what
should
it
have.
is
That's
he's
pretty bad. I'm so
actually
far I'm liking
feeling.
this list.
So much so that by
He
the end
has
of the song, you want to
great
grab and
emotional
shake him.
intelligence.
What are you feeling, Morris? These vague, cloying lyrics
all
combine
my
with
life,
a
I'll feel
plodding tempo to
wow.
lull the listener into a trance, in which it's impossible to feel anything at all. You're 16, Ringo Starr.
Ringo Starr.
Ringo, you need to go to jail.
Ringo.
Sonic Ironically, Ringo Starr's 1973 hit You're 16
Who are you
isn't
singing?
terrible.
Not a good
With
idea,
an
Ringo.
upbeat, bouncy melody, the song is actually quite catchy. But then you remember that
It is a
Ringo was
catchy
33 when the single was released, meaning he was singing about an underage girl half his age,
Whoops.
which makes the lines "lips like strawberry wine" and "when we kissed I could not stop"
If it's not on the list,
All right.
That got approved
This,
for release?
I mean,
more.
It didn't
Okay,
age
I agree
well.
with this. I agree with this one.
it
This is a
didn't
bad
age
song.
well, but in the
Apparently,
70s,
the 70s
I guess you could
society
do that.
didn't have as big a problem with
Flawless.
statutory rape. The song soared to #1 on the charts. Your 16's music video, starring a young Carrie Fisher,
What?
was oddly released
hate
5
Star
years
Wars?
later in
Love Carrie
1978.
Fisher.
And let me tell you, the sight of a nearly 40-year-old Ringo Starr crooning
she was
about
young.
wanting to kiss a 16-year-old is enough to make your skin crawl.
Yeah.
You light up my life, Debbie Boone.
I love this song.
Hurry.
Who hates
What's
that?
The biggest
Seriously.
hit of the 1970s?
They made us sing that in
Did
middle
you guess
school.
Night Fever or Bridge Over Troubled Water? Then you'd be wrong.
For
the
your-
biggest hit of
They
the
made you sing
Made
that?
us. Made.
Made you?
The
Yeah.
teacher's like,
My
someone's
life,
gonna sing
which
this to me.
Right.
If it's not my man, it's
10
you.
weeks at #1. Originally a love song, Boone, the daughter of religious pop sensation Pat Boone, sang
Boone?
her
Oh, that's
version
Pat
to
Boone's
God,
daughter?
who I can only imagine was bored to tears
Sing
by
it,
the
girl.
tepid ballad. In a contrast to the song's uplifting lyrics, Joseph Brooks, who won an Oscar for writing the hit, was arrested
Really?
in 2009 for luring 11 women to his
Look at
apartment
that
and
face,
sexually
yeah.
assaulting them.
Okay.
Which kind of makes you see the
He's-
song
Can we just
in a
stick
new
to the
light.
music?
Oppressively saccharine and
Giving us too much
slow-moving.
info, bruh.
My heart rate's going up.
I love you. You Light Up My Life is a sedative that can kill even the most raucous of parties. Fortunately,
But
this
it's a
song
good
is
song.
rarely
It is a
inflicted
good
upon
song.
people today and has largely been consigned to the
killer,
dustbin of history.
maybe.
I mean, '1 of the
Yeah, but you're not
70s?
listening to this song.
Escape,
That's not a party
A
song.
lot of
Pina
these
Colada song.
situations
Rupert
didn't
Holmes.
age well. That's not the song's fault.
What's more romantic
You can't
than
put
one
this on the
spouse
list.
trying to cheat? Both spouses trying to cheat.
Who
At least that's what Rupert Holmes
are
must
people
have been
gonna
thinking
reference
when
in
he
their
wrote
dating bio?
1979's Escape, the Pina Colada song. This incredibly stupid single follows the story of a man in a
It's
boring
stupid, but it's
relationship
catchy.
who answers a personal
Yeah.
ad looking for someone who must like pina coladas and have half a brain, not a super high bar. When he gets to the
That
rendezvous,
girl
surprise,
failed.
surprise, it's his girlfriend who is also
Yeah.
bored with the relationship. They magically fall back in love, and I can only assume doom themselves to a life of suspiciously scanning personal ads till they die. The song
that was a
somehow
personal
lives
ad?
on
Yeah, it was a
today
personal ad.
and
Oh, it
lives
really
today.
was?
Yeah,
I can only
if you like
assume
pina
people just
coladas,
don't
it's-
listen to the
Oh,
lyrics.
that makes
Pina
sense.
Colada.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're having my baby.
I thought that was a joke.
Paul Anka.
Wow.
Nobody's perfect. Sometimes
I'm not.
even great artists. That
seems like a demand.
Having penned such smash hits as My Way and Diana, Paul Anka was firmly established as an A-list songwriter by the early 70s. And then in 1974, he went and wrote You're Having My Baby. The
Shit,
song is about
that
a
seems
woman
super
who proves
aggressive.
her
It
love
is.
to a man
Maybe
by having his baby.
she
Not
was having
their
his
baby,
No,
mind
that
you.
sounds like a
his.
demand.
You
With
could have picked a different
nauseatingly
title.
sentimental lyrics, You're Having My Baby has not aged well at all. How on earth Anka ever thought writing, Oh, that seed inside you, baby, can you feel it growing, was a good idea? The song unfortunately came back to haunt the world.
That
in
one deserves to be on the
2009
list.
when it was featured in an
100%.
episode of Glee.
That's
This is a great
See?
list.
Really,
Oh
that's
my
the
god.
last time
Okay.
anyone has to hear it.
This is
Afternoon
better than
Delight,
the 80s.
Starland Vocal Band.
Gonna find my baby
That's a good one.
with the
A song
fireworks.
about a little lovemaking in the middle of the day sounds sexy, but Starland Vocal Band's 1976 hit "Afternoon Delight" is more cringe-inducing.
It is
than
kinda
sexy.
cringe. They're talking about
the song
banging in the
consists
afternoon.
of overly silly lines
It's
such as
relatable.
"Rubbing
This
sticks
reminds
and
me
stones
of the
together
scene
makes
in
the sparks
Anchorman
ignite."
where
I
the-
wonder
That's
who
the
fibers
scene,
and
yeah.
sticks.
I know, I
These are the
always see
stuff.
Will Ferrell.
To add insult to injury, Starland Vocal Band won the Grammy for Best New Artist in 1976, which was the year that the Ramones, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and Boston
Who says the
all
word
released
delight
their
when
first
talking about having
albums.
sex?
But by 1981, the band's two couples had
Afternoon Delight.
divorced, and the
Don't
group had
say
broken
delight.
up. Since
This
the
is
70s,
the wrong
It's a
word.
dessert.
This is how I found out
Yeah,
about the
that's
song.
yeah.
the song
Was
featured
Anchorman.
prominently in Anchorman and is unwittingly sung by an uncle and niece in TV's Arrested Development. Disco Duck, Rick Dees and his cast of idiots.
Oh,
I think they knew what they were
it
doing.
had. Yeah. Okay. I already agree that this
The
should be on
fact
the
that a
list.
song entitled Disco Duck by the band Rick Dees and his cast of idiots would make the worst songs of the 70s list
at
needs
least
no
you
He's
know
kind of
what
asking
to call
for it. Yeah,
yourself.
he's kind of asking
Rick
for it.
Dees was a longtime Memphis
With the
DJ
chest
who
out.
grew so tired of playing disco records that he decided to write a disco parody. What he came up with just might be the worst song of all
mean,
time.
yeah,
About
that
a
was
man
pretty bad.
dancing the duck at a party to
Look at
impress
that
the
thing.
ladies. Disco Duck's lyrics are so excruciatingly dumb that you actually feel your IQ points slipping away as you listen. And did I mention that the song is sung by someone doing a bad impersonation of Donald Duck? No, cause it is. Dees never expected his song to take off, but it surprisingly reached number 1 in 1976.
Oh, that's a
showing
good
that
song.
The
Number 2 is
70s
a really
were
good song.
truly a
Number
harrowing
one on the
time.
charts, though?
What a quack.
What does that say about us as a culture?
Those certainly were some of the worst songs of the 1970s. Are there any songs that you despise that we didn't talk about? Did we
Okay,
take
I like that
songs
list.
you
What-
That was
secretly
more
loved?
accurate.
Let
Those
us
were
know
pretty
down
bad.
below in the
So
comments.
the criteria for that Ringo Starr song, you guys know Sweet Caroline, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know who that song was written about?
No.
14-year-old Caroline Kennedy.
What?
Yeah. And that's like widely known.
This is why we
See,
can't have
this
nice
is why you
things.
shouldn't find out. This is why they say you never meet your heroes.
Yeah.
You should
Yeah.
never find out what the meanings of songs were in
Never
the
know the
70s,
behind.
especially in the 70s.
Drug fueled.
They were
So-
doing all kinds of shit.
I'm surprised that song's not on this list. But
Ah,
I think it's, I think it's well loved.
It's only 10. It's only top 10. So you know, I'm
It
sure
might be
there's
number
others.
11.
I do think there's a difference between like one of these songs, I can't remember which one. They were trying to be serious, but it was really bad.
Was it one of these?
Some of them, like they know they're bad and they're playing into
Yeah,
that.
like the duck
That
guy.
to me is
Yeah.
more entertaining. If they think it's a good serious song,
Which song do you think was the worst of that list?
Oh, Muskrat Love. Yeah. It's
no,
it's
I like
terrible.
that song.
No. I'm also
Talking about muskrats.
no.
What song is that? What song is that?
Do
You think that should be on this list?
It was on the list.
No, it wasn't.
That's Muskrat Love, baby.
No, it isn't.
La, la, la. Isn't that Muskrat?
No.
No, it's Barbara Streisand.
No, it's not. You both are wrong.
No, who is that?
I'm pretty sure that's Muskrat
That's
Love.
fucking. What is it? Loving You. It's so easy. That's
Oh, is it Diane Warwick?
no. God damn it. Is that what you thought Muskrat Love was?
Beautiful. Are you sure?
You thought that was Muskrat Love. That song
Where
you're
she
singing.
goes really high? Yes. Where she's like,
You are
"La, la,
losing
la."
all credibility with our viewers as we
I'm
speak.
sorry,
How
everyone.
many times
Well,
are
they'll
both you
tell
gonna
us
be
I'm
wrong?
I don't know.
I was born in 19.
I must be high.
Well, since we're
I need to hear the whole thing then because I heard the beginning of that.
Joe,
and I thought that was
pull
that
up,
song.
Pull up. Is it Loving You?
I'm pretty sure.
Yes, loving you. It's easy. Who's sing? Minnie Riperton. That's her name.
Oh, that is Minnie.
yeah.
She
yeah.
sings the high. What? What? Loving You.
That's
Okay,
Minnie
but
Riperton?
Muskrat
play the whole, I
Love.
need to hear the whole Muskrat Love song.
This is Minnie Riperton?
Look, Muskrat Love. That whole time you thought it was. No wonder you said you liked it.
I heard the beginning of this.
How do
really-
you disrespect Minnie?
We need to hear more than just the beginning. Because the beginning of this sounds like that
Oh
song.
my gosh, not even close. See, I'm educating today.
He's all not even.
Insulting the legend
I want to
Minnie.
hear it. Minnie Riperton is a legend.
She is. She would never do a song called Muskrat Love.
Oh yeah, no, this is not what I thought. This is not the song. This is not what I thought.
Doing it right in the evening, huh?
I've never actually heard this song.
Look how serious
this
she
is
is
terrible.
about these lyrics.
No, okay, the beginning
This
of
is
that,
terrible.
I thought they were playing
With
that.
a big ass smile on her face, she's talking about Muskrat Love. Are you convinced that totally different songs?
This is completely different.
Yeah.
I misunderstood
There's no
I
high
apo-
notes. There's
I
no high notes in
apologize.
this song.
to every decade.
Was bestiality a big thing in the 70s?
Why can't you just write a normal love song, lady?
No, they were talking about young kids and muskrats back then.
Captain and
A
Tennille.
lot of drugs happening. It was a disco era. You saw the fashion.
Now I'm all confused.
Although some people want to live in the 70s. Some people want to go back to that age. They think they would thrive.
Okay, so
I like the
Minnie,
70s.
Minnie Riperton. I'm shook at. Okay, Minnie Riperton's song is good.
Right,
That
of
is
course.
like A+ song.
All right.
Okay, that makes sense why.
So
This
both of
song,
you-
I was like,
It's
why is this
Muskrat
on
Love.
here? This song is terrible. Muskrat
Yeah,
Love.
Muskrat
Muskrat
Love is
Love
terrible.
So the
sucks.
point is, this song should have been on a top
Yes.
10 horrible
Yeah,
list.
this
Yes.
is.
And do we all agree that this was the worst song of that list?
Easily.
All right, so we're in agreement. Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'm educating
I'm
today
sold.
these
I'm in school.
youngsters. Joe getting LF whatever decade wrong.
I was only 10 years old.
I'm educating today.
Look, I don't know everything.
All right.
I know a lot.
Sorry, Minnie.
Yeah, shouts out to Minnie.
Shout
I'm
out
so
to
this
sorry.
Minnie?
R.I.P.
No, that's Miss
Feel free to
Muskrat.
leave comments. Feel free to just pummel them in the comments section. I'm not doing it.